Joe is first up. Joe, good afternoon.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
I'm good, very well. Joe, let me ask you, before we talk about England, do you wear pants or boxers as a man?
Boxers all day long.
Thank you very much. Exactly what I said.
Not good for you. Look it up. Get some pants. Go out the weekend, get some pants. Go on Amazon, get some pants, Joe, all right?
I'll discuss that with the missus first, see how that goes.
All right. Let me know what she says. Okay. Go on then, Joe. What do you want to say about England?
It wasn't about England. It's more about Gareth Southgate. I kind of felt like him to come out and say that he already knows his starting 11 for the first game of the Euros. It's a bit arrogant and ignorant of him. And it kind of sends out the wrong message to the squad, don't you feel?
Do you know what? I think I'm with you a little bit there. Do you know why? Because I think you're totally right. He says he knows his starting 11 already, but he's got to take form into consideration. Form is a big thing, yeah, exactly. And too many England managers, I feel, have picked players on reputation rather than the way they're playing at the minute. So I think you're totally right in terms of him coming out and saying that's not necessarily a good thing, because I like to see England managers pick players on form regardless who they're playing for, because that was always another thing. They'd always pick players from maybe the bigger clubs, even if maybe not performing as well. So I think he's made a great point there.
Joe, why do you think he said it then? I thought that as well. I thought it was a bit wrong to say that. Why do you think he said that?
I don't know. I just feel maybe because we're playing San Marino's, it's the first qualifying game. With Southgate, he's all about that positive vibe. So he probably thinks in his head he wants to send out a positive message to the fans that I already know what I'm going to do.
Do you think he knows his squad then, Joe?
Well, he probably does. If you know your starting 11, you probably know your squad, regardless of the form. For example, if you're a fringe player of this squad, what kind of a message does that send to you? You can train as hard as you can play amazing towards the end of the season. Let's just say, for example, he'll probably pick Ben Chilwell over Luke Shaw, but Luke Shaw's probably having a far greater season than Chilwell. But he'll start, and I don't really think that's the right thing to do. And if you know your starting 11, regardless of the opposition, are you tactically all there? Because you have to have different tactics and squads for different games.
I just think he can't possibly know his starting 11. He can't. I mean, he could have an idea who he wants to play.
Bizarre that he said that, isn't it?
Yeah, because imagine all of a sudden, I don't know, Raheem catches fire, even though he's playing well. Rashford, obviously, when he comes back,
catches fire,
starts scoring goals every single game.
Oh, right, okay.
Rashford does it. Grealish comes back from injuries. He's on fire.
Do you think Grealish should be in the squad?
I think there's a big question mark. It potentially won't be.
And that's not because you don't think he's good enough. That's because Gareth Southgate may not pick him.
I know he's good enough.
Yeah, me too.
But I think potentially whether Gareth trusts him enough in the big games, I'm not quite sure.
Crazy. If he's not in it, that's just crazy.
I think he might miss out. Maddison could miss out.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, I'm agreeing with what you think, not that I agree that these should miss out. They'd be in it for me.
Should.
I think Wan-Bissaka's got a chance of missing out, which I think would just be terrible.
Well, I'm pretty sure I read something that he might potentially go and with Congo, obviously.
Yeah, that's right.
So if he does that, then